change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense will have the football first. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Goodman. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat for just a second about Old Dominion. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Got enough space. Touchdown, ODU. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Auburn's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Unloads to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The running back has it. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll try the run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They give it to him again. And some room to work. It's a running room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Monarchs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Throws to the tight end. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Burgess. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. He now has 84 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Gets it out fast. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. And the Monarchs are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Hauls it in. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback. But he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it
unleashes one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a big missed opportunity there. And sometimes it's just those small things. It's getting your feet set so you can throw the ball with good accuracy. A lot of times guys are open and you just rush it, you hurry it. This quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit, take the time, and hit that open guy.
The Monarchs have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, put the offense in a worse situation.
He's brought down, but did you see the hit this freshman took as he delivered the football? Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Old Dominion. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
The run from the shotgun. There he goes. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shug Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the Plains.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Burgess. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the period. Old Dominion has the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Throwing right. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big... Turning it on! He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Pulls and fires complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Big time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And he's going to bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed.
Breaks into the open. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. New set of downs after the completion.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. And the Monarchs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. He's got him. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Monarchs with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
They want to throw it. Into the end zone. Trying to barrel in. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped edges short.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep it.
Touchdown, ODU! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Auburn offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. On the move, it's Blue. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Auburn lines up quickly. Looking downfield, it's Burgess. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They punt it away on 4th down. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quick completion on the out. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
He fires to the left side. Looking to get it in. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Monarchs.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down.
And that's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
Looking to throw, it's Burgess.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Running into the open space.
The returner brings it out to the 32. And the Old Dominion offense will take over.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room.
Turning on the Jets. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Old Dominion. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point is good. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Burgess. Under fire. And down he goes back at the 3. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Give to the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's got some space. They'll mark him down right there. Good pickup, but still a little bit short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the plains. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw this slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Back to pass, it's Burgess. Fires to the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Got room on the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Punts it out of the air. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, ODU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. Nice move there. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Dashing the knee on the right. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. From the gun, the running back has it. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very...
Fires toward the end zone. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. And the Monarchs can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He wants to change this route. Going to swing it on second down. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Line is set on third down. He wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The Monarchs are on the move.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here we go. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Goodman. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And the Monarchs will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Creates a little room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Monarchs. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got to feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. And something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception. But they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
And the returner will be brought down. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Goodman. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Monarchs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
with a first down. They'll snap it from the 32. Oh, they're after him. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
So now it's second and long. To the ground with the back. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Going to try to get it himself. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's fourth down.
That's one of the advantages on defense of forcing a third and long situation. You can go to your dime personnel package. Get a lot of those smaller, faster body.
Going for it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Kelly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Shoots it to the left. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Quarterback may change this route. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Goodman. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Trying to barge their way in. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That might be the proverbial fourth quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, he might want another play. To the air on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, ODU. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pressure coming. And down he goes back at the 3.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Back to pass on second down. Fires it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
No gain on the play.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Monarchs! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field.
And he clumps it up inside the 20. Scooped up by the kicking team.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Great place to start for this offense. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll run this play from the pistol. Give to the running back. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. There's the pressure.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Power football with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful. But how about the giving up on 3rd down? I mean, you got 3rd and long, you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense. And now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt off.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Looking downfield on first down. Got the quick pass. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's blown. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got his man quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Snags it inside the 20. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and hey, even cause a turnover, that's just great.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
This time of year, when you're the higher-ranked team, you're getting everybody's best shot, and guys, they answer the bell.
There are head coaches in this sport that say nameless, faceless opponents. You got to be able to show up. You got to be able to bring your best game to the park, regardless of who you're playing. A lot of eyes on this one, David, because of the rankings. But, man, they were easily the better team today.
Well, and I get that nameless, faceless, but when you play a ranked team, it gets your blood going a little bit. And you could tell they were ready to make a statement. Played a good squad. They made them look like they weren't a good squad, proving why they're ranked so high.
First down for this offense. The quarterback takes a knee. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected.